Hey guys, welcome to the review, and today I want to say thank you, Jesus, to finishing Tower 3. I finally got Tower 3 unlocked. I was so happy to get it. I forgot to make a video about the different levels and what kind of characters like I wanted to, once I realized what happened with Tower 2, and so I don't have too much of pictures. I'm going to see if I can find some pictures of the characters so you can display while I'm talking about it. But you definitely want to level up all your Oceanic characters in order for you to win this. I'm going to go to Tower 4 just a slight bit, just in case you didn't know. But I wanted you to see what I did. So, first I did is I started with a lot of other Oceanic characters. Obviously, I finished this prior to the Stitch update. So, Stitch and Bubbles and Gantu I didn't have available at all. It was only these 5, and actually Davy Jones was the last one that I was able to recently unlock. Thankfully, with his being unlocked and him being there, I was able to take it to the next level. I always got up to level 8 on the tower. There's 10 levels, and I finally be able to pass the 8 at the very end with a Jasmine of any character. It was Jasmine's that lasted the longest, so it finished the game and I was able to finish Tower 3. So really happy that this is taken care of. But obviously the hardest parts are the ones with the little mermaids. The first 3, they're pretty simple to do if you get a strong enough team. But these characters have a huge hit early on in the game. So I think it's between 1 and 3. The mermaids are available, and those mermaids can really put a charm and a huge hit to your life points. So your characters could be finished. I recommend, if you find that you got a character that was killed early on because they were charmed or hit by this mermaid or whatever the case may be, to forfeit the match and redo it. It doesn't mean you lose anything. Doesn't mean the character's lost. It just means it resets it from the beginning so you can gain that character back and play it again, so you could get to beat this level without having any issues and losing any of your characters, hopefully. So when you get to that mermaid portion, or past 1 through 3, you're going to want to get your strong team so you can keep all your strong characters. You only need 1 Oceanic really at that point. So you really don't have to worry about putting like your really top player. Like for me, it was Jack Sparrow. You could put like Tinkerbell or Hook or something like that. But you want to work on those. Now, after you get that, between 4 and I believe up to 7, you get to use Downtown Heroes. I would definitely recommend, if you haven't gotten a chance, to get Dr. Facilier. Dr. Facilier is a huge lifesaver when it came to maintaining my health in the game or throughout the process. Dr. Facilier healed a lot of my characters, so any characters that were low between 1 and 3, I had them on my squad so that when I defeat a character, Dr. Facilier can heal them, and with his passive, and he would be able to get them to full health, so that when I get to past 7, and in 8 through 10 were the strongest characters, obviously, those were ones that I could heal up. Now, when you get to 4 to 7, you're going to see some characters, I believe it was the Flying Dutchman crewmates that were on there towards the end. And then you have Jack Sparrow in one of those levels. I think at 6 it was like that. So you have the jellyfish. If you come across some jellyfish, don't worry about it. Turtles as well. The turtles really weren't the most challenging characters. You could leave them to the last point, but the ones you want to focus on when you first get into the game or the match is the mermaids and the Flying Dutchman. Those 2 characters alone, since they're not available for us to use, are the hardest ones to kill. So you need to work on getting them to hit with huge damage, and it could really mess your squad up when it comes to Tower 3. And then when you get to 8 through 10, you want to try to work on getting, for me at least, my strategy was work on the lowest one. So I always had Hook and Tinkerbell at the end, maybe Ariel as well, depending on how my healing was. I would at least try to have Tinkerbell not paired up with Ariel because they were both my healers. So I wanted to leave it like that. And then once I get to, let's say 9 again, or 9 or 10, which at 10 you are actually battling Davy Jones. And the great thing about Davy Jones is that he has a passive that he could, once he loses, he could still be revived at 10% of his health. So he became a lifesaver. So, really work on the healing portion of your crew. That way you could sustain yourself as you get to 8 and 9. But 8 was a little bit challenging at some points. Actually, if I remember right, that was actually the one with the Flying Dutchman and the jellyfish, and they would have 2 levels that you would have to battle them in. And that was the challenging part. When you get to 9 was real cool breeze. You could really heal up your characters. At that point, it's kind of like that intermediate break. They weren't very challenging, but they weren't that very easy either. So you really want to just kind of take that to your advantage to heal up. And then when you get to 10, that's where you got to put out Jack Sparrow and Davy Jones, because those were the ones you want to do. I highly recommend, if you have a chance, the first thing you should do is get his charm. Level 2. You really want to use level 2 charm, because there's a 50% chance that he can inflict another charm to other characters. And so instead of charming one character, you could charm another one. This is highly effective when you are reaching the higher tiers. Charming your characters helps control the structure of the game and the flow of your tactics. So really look at this as an opportunity to control the power of where you want to hit, how you want to get your characters hit, stuff of that sort. So highly recommend doing that in the future. Also, one of the things I forgot to point out is you want to look at a solid kingdom team, and I can't find it right now. So yeah, here we go. So here's the kingdom team. Again, I use Jasmine, Aladdin, and Shan Yu at the end of the tower, so that I can make sure that I have a strong hitting team when it comes to that. Shan Yu, right now, I'm still currently trying to work on to get it to star 7, because I know he becomes highly effective that way, and gearing him up a little bit more as well. But until then, those 3 were my main people. Robin Hood came in as a helpful, because obviously he's a 6 star, so he has a higher health and he can take a little bit more hits. I needed to increase Genie to gear 4, and I was working on that prior, but I didn't get a chance to before the completion of the tower, but it still came out handy and I was able to complete it. I didn't get Mulan as well. I finished that after the fact, so Mulan wasn't even used at all for this tower. But these ones I really used the most when it came to that. Early in the game, I would still use Jasmine, Shan Yu, and Jasmine in the first 3, just because I really wanted hard-hitting characters and control the tactics, so that way my characters don't get affected in a strong way. So you want to really choose the right team for your squad. So anyways, once I was able to get Tower 3 done, I was able to now work on Tower 4. I'm going to go in real quick. I'm going to really try next time to make a video so you guys can see who you need to face with. But at this point, you're going to get to star 5. Tower 3, you are at star 4. So any characters at star 4, they did have at the end, I believe, star 5. These became a little trickier. They are gear 4. The other ones were either star 3 or star 4. Either in the I think star 3 at the beginning, and then worked the way up to star 4 at the top. Maybe a 5 at level 10, and the gears were at gear 4. So you really want to work on getting the best quality characters for your team, and you really want to prepare for that. So can I go into the other ones? Yeah, the highest one, 55. Oops, not what I want to do. We'll check out this one. So 55, 6 stars. So you really got to work on a lot of your characters this way. I was told this one because of the fact that it has wilds and downtowns, but for me it's becoming a little challenging because I don't have many, I should say, at 45. So I'm gonna work on this, but I'm so happy Tower 3 is done, because it drove me crazy to have only 5 oceanics, and I could not get higher than maybe 8 if that was the case. So anyways, thanks so much guys for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. Hit that like and subscribe button below, and if you want to follow me on Discord, Facebook, or Twitter, there's the link in the description. So I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Have a nice day guys. Hope to see you soon. Bye.